Hello viewers, my name is Reuben Abati and I'm your host today on Mencook2 with Soupy. Asking me to cook is like a journey back to the past. It's like a return to the past. It's like a process of rediscovery. And many of us men, have become really indulgent. We could rely on our wives or rely on the fast food joints. But I've been invited today to come and go into the kitchen. The only thing I do is to go to the kitchen, maybe to go and pick items to stuff into my mouth. But now I've been given an assignment to go back, to travel back in time. So for me, this is a journey of rediscovery. For me today, this is like a self-discovery challenge. I just hope that my mother won't be watching this program, so that by the time I end up, if this food doesn't taste well, she won't say, what happened to my boy? Because I'm supposed to be as good a cook as any woman, because she was surrounded by boys and she needed them to be able to fend for themselves. So you're welcome once again to Mencook2 with Soup. Well, the principles that I make use of on a daily basis, well, I go back to the past again. I was surrounded by people who considered hard work very important. My parents, they left the house very early every day. Every day of the moments that I spent with them, I can recall these were very hard-working people. And my father used to tell me that hard work has never killed anybody. And I've checked the newspapers, the obituaries. Yes, they say the wicked have done their worst, but I've not seen anywhere where the doctors have said this man was killed by hard work. So I try to work very hard. Well, very directly, if we were to comment on the youths of today, I would say one, they are victims of the failure of the Nigerian state. They are victims of the leadership elite. Only a few days ago, former President Babangida was saying that the young people of Nigeria cannot be trusted because they are not capable. I think that was an unfair statement to make. But let us put it like this. I don't think we should be pessimistic about our country. I don't think that we should be unnecessarily despondent. In spite of the rot in this environment, in spite of the spectacles of failure, this is also a country that continues to show great potential, even with young people. This is a country of very enterprising young people. And we have seen a lot of young people making a headway in terms of what they have done with entrepreneurship, in spite of the country. And I think that that's an example that I want to recommend. And the examples are very obvious. They are there. Banky W, he's a graduate, but he has taken to music. Nice, he's a graduate. He has taken to music and is making an impact. D-Bunch, P-Square, Kenny Ogungbe, D1, they run their own businesses. They are not waiting for Nigeria. Toyosi Akerele, very young lady, she's inspiring younger people. The Future Awards team, Emilia, Adebola, and Chude Jidonwo, these are young people. They are doing fantastic things, and we have them all over in all aspects of life. I just met a young man called Anthony Dara. Anthony Dara runs a TV station which is modeled after CNN and which is already on there, called NN24. That's a young man who is a visionary and is not supported by government. And I think that is what we should continue to recommend in this environment. The spirit of enterprise. But where we find that spirit of enterprise, I recommend that the Nigerian government should be intelligent enough to see that indeed if the state cannot rescue this country, maybe the future is in the hands of individuals who are willing to dare, who are willing to make a difference. Well, here we are. We're in the kitchen. Mencook2 with Soupy. And as I said earlier, I've chosen to prepare ILA Alasepo. That's what it is called in Yoruba language. It means okra, mixed okra. So I try to see what I can do with this. I have the ingredients here. I have shrimps. That's to give it very good taste. Then the okra itself, already properly chopped. Then smoked fish. Then of course potash. Then you have locust beans, what the Yorubas call iru. Then there's tripe. Tripe, well, you know, they call it babankabo, or they call it pomo. If we were a better organized country, we should be using that to produce leather. Well, this is palm oil. Palm oil. Well, we all know palm oil. Then of course salt. Then soupy, cube, and then of course pepper. Little water, little of the locust beans, very small potash. That goes in there. Put the shrimps. This. Pepper. Soupy, little soupy, and then I wait for a while for it to boil. But in those days when I was growing up, you know, we would take a little of this and put on the palm, and my mother would be watching you. If you made the mistake of cutting the meat or putting anything in your mouth, you get a heavy knock on the head. But now if I taste it, there's nobody to give me a knock on the head. I'm just checking. Put the fish. This is smoked fish, famous smoked fish. Okay. Mencook2 with soup. And I'll add a little oil. Recently, Professor Shogashofola gave a lecture on hypertension and on salt intake and hypertension. And there were statements in that lecture about cholesterol and salt intake. And then Dr. Akinola of Lagos State University Teaching Hospital has also talked about the need to take a little palm oil because of cholesterol level. Well, I don't know how to prepare ILA ALASEPO with groundnut oil, low cholesterol groundnut oil. So I'm still relying on palm oil that I'm used to. I'm told don't take too much of it because of cholesterol, and don't take too much salt. Okay, so I think it's not too much. The doctors are not here to determine that. So we put a little salt, not too much. Okay, I think that will do. Tasters, if they don't like the quantity, they can add to their own portion. At this point, it becomes what my friends in those days used to call concussion. You say, oh, you have prepared your concussion again. But that didn't stop them from eating it. Okay? It looks like that. I think we have the soup. By just preparing it, you are supposed to know this one because there are examiners standing by. Okay, I would just move this aside.
This is nice.
You need more salt.
No, look like it. You're going to be down the first week.